Hi, my name is Sylvia Menkes, and this is Channel 65 SMS News. On Tuesday, May 8th, the average high temperature will be 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average low will be 62 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 50% chance of showers. With the heat index, it will feel about 2 degrees hotter than it actually is. Heat index is a quantity expressing discomfort because of the temperature and humidity. It is basically how hot the air actually feels. If it is cloudy, the heat index will be closer to the actual temperature. But if it is sunny, the heat index can feel up to 10 degrees hotter than it actually is. The higher the heat index, the more dangerous it is for some people to be out doing physical activities. So keep hydrated and sit in the shade if you feel lightheaded. A high heat index increases the risks for exhaustion and heat stroke. The human body normally cools itself by perspiration or sweating, which evaporates and carries heat away from the body. However, when the relative humidity is high, the evaporation rate is reduced, so heat is removed from the body at a lower rate, causing it to retain more heat than it would in dry air. Measurements have been taken based on subjective descriptions of how hot subjects feel for a given temperature and humidity, allowing an index to be made which relates one temperature and humidity combination to another at a higher temperature in drier air. The heat index was developed in 1978 by George Winterling as the humimeter and was adopted by the USA's National Weather Service a year later. It came from work carried out by Robert G. Stedman. Like the wind-chill index, the heat index contains assumptions about the human body mass and height, clothing, amount of physical activity, thickness of blood, sunlight, and ultraviolet radiation exposure, and the wind speed. Significant deviations from these will result in heat index values which do not accurately reflect the perceived temperature. In Canada, the similar humidex is used in place of the heat index. The humidex differs from heat index in using the dew point rather than the relative humidity. There will be 64% humidity. There will be winds of up to 18 miles per hour blowing south. With the wind chill factor, it can feel up to 15 degrees cooler when the wind is blowing its hardest. It will be cloudy. The ozone layer will be 40 ppb and the pollution level will be 130, which is under the USG, unhealthy for sensitive groups category. On Wednesday, May 9th, the average high temperature will be 71 degrees Fahrenheit and the average low will be 58 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 40% chance of showers. With the heat index, it will feel about 3 degrees hotter than it actually is. There will be 69% humidity. There will be winds up to 11 miles per hour blowing southwest. With the wind chill factor, it can feel up to 8 degrees cooler when the wind is blowing its hardest. Wind chill factor is the felt air temperature on exposed skin due to wind. It is basically how cold the air feels while it is windy. Wind chill factor is affected by wind speed. The temperature feels about 4 degrees cooler for every 5 miles per hour the wind is blowing. If the wind is 10 miles per hour, it will feel about 8 degrees cooler. Frostbite can occur within 15 minutes, so be sure to dress properly. The wind chill temperature is always lower than the air temperature, and the wind chill is undefined at the higher temps above 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity on the skin can result in a higher felt air temperature, which is accurately termed the heat index or humidex, and is used instead. The human body loses heat through convection, evaporation, conduction, and radiation. The rate of heat lost by a surface through convection depends on the wind speed above that surface. The faster the wind speed, the more readily the surface cools. For inanimate objects, the effect of wind chill is to reduce any warmer objects to the ambient temperature more quickly. It cannot, however, reduce the temperature of these objects below the ambient temperature, no matter how great the wind velocity. For most biological organisms, the psychological response is to maintain surface temperature in an acceptable range so as to avoid adverse effects. Thus, the attempt to maintain a given surface temperature in an environment of faster heat loss results in both the perception of lower temperatures and an actual greater heat loss, increasing the risk of adverse effects such as frostbite, hypothermia, and death. Wet clothing and the duration of a person's exposure to wind also affect the felt air temperature. The wind chill formulae do not take account of the variation of clothing worn and how wet or dry a person is. The typical assumption is that a person will be properly dressed and dry. Models generally also assume that thermodynamic equilibrium exists, something that might not be the case if a person quickly runs outdoors and back indoors. For example, it will be cloudy, the ozone level will be 49 ppb, and the pollution level will be 130, which is under the USG, unhealthy for sensitive groups category.
Hi, this is Maros Fasula with Channel 65 SMS News. On Thursday, May 10th, the average high temperature will be 65 degrees Fahrenheit and the average low will be 50 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 40% chance of showers. Rain is the condensed moisture of the atmosphere. Rain is formed through the water cycle. The sun's heat provides energy to evaporate water from the Earth's surface. The water vapor eventually condenses, forming tiny droplets in clouds. When clouds meet cool air over land, precipitation is triggered. If there is too much rain, there can be moderate to severe flooding. Rain is a major component of the water cycle and is responsible for depositing most of the fresh water on the planet. It provides suitable conditions for many types of ecosystems, as well as water for hydroelectric power plants and crop irrigation. The major cause of rain production is moisture moving along three-dimensional zones of temperature and moisture contrasts, known as weather fronts. If enough moisture and upward motion is present, precipitation falls from the convective clouds, those with strong upward vertical motion, such as cumulonimbus, thunderclouds, which can organize into narrow rain bands. In mountainous areas, heavy precipitation is possible where upslope flow is maximized within windward sides of the terrain at elevation, which forces moist air to condense and fall out as rainfall along the sides of mountains. On the leeward side of mountains, desert climates can exist due to the dry air caused by downslope flow, which causes heating and drying of the air masses. The movements of the monsoon through or intertropical convergence zones brings many seasons to savanna climes. Air contains water vapor, and the amount of water in a given mass of dry air, known as the mixing ratio, is measured in grams of water per kilogram of dry air. The amount of moisture in the air is also commonly reported as relative humidity, which is the percentage of the total water vapor air can hold at a particular air temperature. How much water vapor a parcel of air can contain before it becomes saturated and forms into a cloud depends on its temperature. Warmer air contains more water vapor than cooler air before becoming saturated. Therefore, one way to saturate a parcel of air is to cool it. The dew point is the temperature to which a parcel must be cooled in order to become saturated. With the heat index, it will feel about the same temperature. There will be 53% humidity. There will be winds of up to 11 miles per hour blowing northwest. With the wind chill factor, it can feel up to 8 degrees cooler when the wind is blowing its hardest. It will be cloudy. The ozone level will be 50 ppb, and the pollution level will be 122, which is under the USG Unhealthy for Sensitive Groups category. On Friday, May 11th, the average high temperature will be 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and the average low will be 58 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 20% chance of showers. With the heat index, it will feel about the same temperature. There will be 44% humidity. There will be winds of up to 12 miles per hour blowing northwest. With the wind chill factor, it can feel up to 9 degrees cooler when the wind is blowing its hardest. It will be partly cloudy. The ozone level will be 45 ppb, and the pollution level will be 135, which is under the USG Unhealthy for Sensitive Groups category. Ozone is a colorless, unstable, toxic gas formed from oxygen by electrical discharges or ultraviolet light. Ozone levels are measured in ppb, which is parts per billion. Ozone levels are lowered when the ozone layer becomes thinner, which is caused by pollution. The risk of death from respiratory illnesses is increased due to low-level ozone exposure. Ozone is formed from dioxygen by the act of ultraviolet light and also atmospheric electrical discharges, and is present in low concentrations through the Earth's atmosphere. In total, ozone makes up only about 0.6 parts per million of the atmosphere. Ozone was proposed as a new substance in the air in 1840 and named even before its chemical nature was known. Ozone's odor is sharp, reminiscent of chlorine, and detectable by many people at concentrations of as little as 10 parts per billion in air. Ozone's formula was determined in 1865. The molecule was later proven to have a bent structure and to be diamagnetic. In standard conditions, ozone is pale blue gas that condenses at progressive cryogenic temperatures at a dark blue liquid and finally a violet-black solid. Ozone's instability with regard to more common dioxygen is such that both concentrated gas and liquid ozone may decompose explosively. It is therefore used commercially only in low concentrations.